Alright, let's talk a little bit about getting effects on your drums. So I did a video before where I made my own custom line, but I realized most people are probably just using the built-in rhythms. So I've got some customizations here. Basically, these are turning on and off my 4 different effects. I'm on effects bank D, which is my drum effects. I can tap tempo up here and start and stop the beat there. So I'm going to start the beat and I'm going to show you what the effects sound like. Let me just do that right quick and I'll explain how it works. So there's a beat, no effects. Let's turn on my first effect, which is an acoustics dynamics effect. You can hear this. It's off. And turn it on at this beat. Just gives it more pump, feels more natural. This is the effect that you would use to take an acoustic guitar and get nice drum sounds out of it. Next, I have guitar to bass, which is just kind of fun, brings everything down. I have a preamp that gives it some character, a little more pop. Preamp off, preamp on. And we've got reverb. Play them all at once. Turn that one off and leave these 3 on. Turn off the compressor, the preamp. So I like the sound, pretty cool. So now, turn it down for a quick second and explain to you real quick how I did it. So basically, the menu, output, and we go to routing, input, and you'll notice my rhythm is off on all of my routes, except for that one. Sub 2 right. And that's this little red wire coming out sub 2 right, going back into instrument 1 right. So what I'm actually doing with these effects here is they're on input effects D. So if I go look at effects D, input effects. So these are my input effects D. Basically, I put those each on instrument 1 right. So basically the Rc-600 is sending the drums track back in and thinks it's an instrument, and now I can put effects on it like anything else and record them to the loop. So that's it for today. I'll do a couple of demos and just kind of let the video fade out with a couple of thoughts. You can hear a couple different sounds and I'll show you once how to loop it. So basically, to loop it, it's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna go turn on, I already have these effects turned on, right? Yeah. Turn on my 2 effects. This is what I like. Let's go a little faster. Alright, so let's record it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so now that's recorded. I can go over here and kick off the rhythm. So now all that's playing is the rhythm recorded with the effects. So I don't need to use these effects anymore. I can turn them off. See, it has no effect. So there we go. So there's an easy way to track the rhythm into the loop station. The next thing I want to show you right quick is just let you hear a couple different variations of rhythms and effects. So I'm going to stop. Alright, stop the drum track, and I'm going to actually go back to using the rhythm itself. Okay, I'm going to dynamic it up. Let's hit something here. Anyone else knows this? For some reason I keep setting my first pedal on moment. I don't intend to. Okay. So I'll turn on dynamics. Preamp and reverb for a moment. So you can come in here into the rhythm section now. Oops. We can play around a little bit. So let's say we want to try a fusion beat. Nice little boom. Wonder if I place on the guitar to bass. Pretty low. Let's just do reverb for a minute. So that's with reverb. Without. Just a little bit of depth. Again, I like this acoustic compressor. It feels to me more like a real drum. brush swing. So that sounds pretty cool. Let's see if I turn off all this stuff. It just sounds more digital. If you add these effects, it just gives it a little presence in the room, especially at higher volumes. So turn them both off again. Turn them on. Just that reverb on those sticks sounds way better. Let's try another. Let's try rock. Rock's one where I have fun with this. Just gives it a little bit of like a simpler beat to switch back and forth between. Yeah, and sometimes I'm keeping this stuff on and I'm just playing guitar and I'm not messing with guitar effects, but most of the time I like to just put the recording of this to the track and leave it. So there you have it. There's a bunch of different sounds. Example, hearing all the effects, different things they can do. Like I said, my favorite combo is the acoustic and the reverb. And that's it.